The U.S. Space Agency's newest Mars probe, known as MAVEN, entered its orbit around the red planet in September. Scientists will use its sophisticated instruments to try to learn what happened to the atmosphere Mars had a few billion years ago. And joining me right now is VOA science reporter George Putic. Thank you so much for joining me, George.
You're welcome.
It took about 10 months for the Mars orbiter to reach Mars. Why did NASA send it there?
All the evidence gathered up to now points to the fact that Mars had atmosphere once a long time ago, and scientists want to know what happened to that atmosphere. Where did it go? There was evidence of water, flowing water on Mars. Where did the water vapor go? So they sent a very sophisticated space probe to check the Martian atmosphere, which is at the present 100 times less denser than our atmosphere here on Earth, to see where did it go and what happened to it.
So we know that there was water there, and we know that Mars had an atmosphere. So what do you think happened?
Well, scientists think that sun is responsible for stripping it away. Sun emits a huge amount of highly charged particles that fly off its surface at high speed, and since Mars does not have the protection of a magnetic field, it does not have a strong magnetic field as Earth does, that shields Earth from the charged particles coming from the sun. Simply that solar wind stripped away the Martian atmosphere. That's the theory, but the MAVEN spacecraft has to prove it.
All right. And we know that India has been neck and neck with the U.S. in terms of getting to Mars. What is the basic difference between MAVEN's mission and what India is doing at Mars?
It's a huge difference. Indian spacecraft is basically a technology demonstrator. They wanted to prove the concept, that to see whether they are capable of designing, building, launching, navigating through space, and finally putting a spacecraft in the orbit around the Mars and communicating with it. It also has several instruments that will also measure geological features on Mars and also Martian atmosphere. But I think basically the biggest achievement is the proof that they can do it. I think the Indian scientists will now have much easier time.
Okay, in one line, if you can tell me, do you think there will be life on Mars?
I don't think so. It's been a long, long time since Mars was stripped of its water and atmosphere. Maybe some very, very simple microbial life, but I don't think so.
All right. It'll be very interesting to watch this. Thank you so much. George Putic, VOA News Science Correspondent. Thank you so much.